Navya Tahir, and you're listening to the Younger Rants. I just deleted a 7 minute recording as I speak, क्योंकि I wasn't satisfied with that. But it's Wednesday, so good morning. It's Wednesday morning, so good morning. Yes, I did that again. I did not record it the whole week, and my episode should have been up by now. It's probably 9 in the morning, and my episode should have been up by now. But now, here's the thing, the weather is so hot, and as you all know, I record in my storeroom. Last episode, I didn't record it in my storeroom, I recorded in the drawing room, and I wasn't quite satisfied with the sound of the episode. First of all, I think the number one and the biggest thing behind that was because I was basically screaming the whole episode, and I did not like that. I hated that. And I couldn't even delete the episode and record it again because I was so tired that time. So, but I was not happy with how the episode sound turned out. And I think the episode basically was really good, and I think it ruined the whole episode. But I don't know. Then I told myself that I wouldn't scream in the episode, so maybe you guys would notice that I am not screaming right now. I'm speaking very low. Basically, what I don't realize is that I personally am prepared to speak loud. Not I prepared myself to speak loud the whole years, because in presentation there is no mic. Then when we would be rehearsing for our hosting in university events, so we wouldn't have any mic, and with rehearsing there would be audience and people, and we would be giving them demo, so I had to be loud to them क्योंकि there's no mic and I have to make them feel energetic, so I had to be loud. So even when I hosted after a while, कोविड के बाद, और मैंने सारी रिहर्सल जो थी वो ऐसे ही किया, आई वाज रियली लाउड एंड एनर्जेटिक एंड एवरीवन लाइक्ड इट, लेकिन जब मेरे हाथ में माइक आया तो आई फॉरगॉट दैट आई डिडंट नीड टू बी लाउड इन द माइक क्योंकि इट्स ऑलरेडी कनेक्टेड विद स्पीकर, and we have this opening line assalamu alaikum and then our university name comsats, and I did not realize that I do not need to scream that in mic, but I basically screamed that, और मुझे यकीन है जिसने भी सुना होगा उसके पर्दे फट गए होंगे, और फिर people told me कि you don't कि थोड़ा आहिस्ता बोलो, and then I realized that I don't need to scream in mic, which basically I was doing in the last episode. और अब मैंने सोच लिया कि I would not scream in the mic. Also, I am using a different mic right now, तो I have tested the audio, और मैंने सुनी भी है, तो मैंने अपने मुंह से इतना दूर माइक रखा हुआ है, and it's still so loud. I don't know, it's still a earphone mic. It's not a new mic. I would get a new mic. I promise you guys I'll get a new mic. I'm so committed to that. Hopefully next episode or the episode after the next episode I would have a mic, and I hope it would give a better listening experience to you guys. But other than that, it was so hot, or I record in storeroom where there is no fan, no window, no air. So I was procrastinating. I would have recorded on Monday because the material for the episode was prepared, but it was so hot on Monday, and then someone said that not someone, Google said that there's a forecast of storm on Tuesday night. So I was like, great, I'll record on Tuesday night because the weather would be better. But there nothing happened at Tuesday night, and then there was a forecast of storm on Wednesday morning. So I was like, great, I would record episode on Wednesday morning, but still nothing. There's nothing. Obviously, there's not sun today, but still it's very humid, and my storeroom does not even have a window, so it's मतलब कि what I was even thinking, अगर मौसम अच्छा भी हो जाता ये मुझे लगता है area it still would have felt the same. But the thing which I was not expecting, if you guys have heard my first episode, so उधर I was very concerned. I don't know what I would even do in summers, but still if I मतलब survived that 5 months, not survived, लेकिन 5 months तक I didn't had that problem until May, which is a lot. और अब I think के my mom was like के why don't you just record 4 5 episode when the weather is good and then upload it every week, and that's a great idea, but it takes me 2 to 3 days to prepare for a topic, because first I क्योंकि for these topics for the past 3 weeks it was decided that I'm doing this topic because I announced it on Instagram. वरना ये होता है कि पहले मैं topic decide करती हूँ, oh this topic is I'm doing, and then I let the topic sit in my head and I keep thinking about it, and then whatever comes to my mind for the next 2 3 days I write it on my journal, and then I do an episode. But my mom is also right. Maybe I should work on 4 or 5 topics and then make a podcast of it whenever the weather is really good, so that I don't have to be unproductive about it. That I'm recording it, literally recording it in on Wednesday morning, and then I don't have to worry about it, and you guys could have quality podcast. So I'll do that once the mic comes in. Also, I can do guest episode. I think would be very easy for me, because it would basically be a thing between discussion and topic. Or I am planning to do guest episodes, and the good thing is that ke whoever would want to be come as a guest in my podcast, I would just it would be totally up to them whatever topic they want to decide. मैं पहले पूछूंगी कि oh what topic do you want to discuss, क्योंकि it's up to them. You want to come in, so bring in the topic idea, and then we can brainstorm, and it would be something in between interview and our discussion. I really want to interview a lot of people, but I think I could not physically interview people right now physically, because there is no one gonna come this far to my home to interview physically or give up. Not it wouldn't be an interview, it would be in between discussion and interviewing, क्योंकि obviously whatever the topic would be, the person who is gonna be the guest would be expert in the topic, would know a lot more, they would be expert in it. So I would ask questions about this topic for us, me and you, and maybe I would discuss and give my input of the things I know. So it would be something in between, so I don't know how what to call it. But basically, for for right for time being, I would be doing online interviews because I think that would be easier. Or तो उसके बाद फिर let's see if someone wants to come up and give me a in physical wants to be my guest physically, because I would love the person to be physically, because I think it's so much more fun and so much more efficient in terms of recording when the person is in front of you and you can see each other's facial reaction. Then it's so much more fun even for the people who are listening to it. But it's not possible right now, and online interview I think is as good, and it would be like a phone call for me, so I think it would be much easier. To let's see, basically. But basically, my mom told me to record the episode ek saath and then keep uploading it. She's very smart with that idea, so I'll work on it. But my mom is always so hyped up for my episode. She always asks me, "Ki, what is the topic for this time for the episode?" She sometimes listen to it. I don't really want her to listen to it, because I am saying nothing new in this podcast that would be something new for her, a new information for her. So it's okay, she can skip listening to it. But she's always so interested. She always asks me what topic I'm doing, what it is about, what did I said, and sometimes I'm so shy. I'm like, नहीं नहीं बस ठीक है. मैं like I don't want to talk about it, क्योंकि I जैसे हैना मोंटाना की वो सेकंड लाइफ होती थी ना, वैसे this podcast is my second life, and I do not really bring this up in a group of people who I know in real life, and never, even if they know that I have a podcast, but we never talk about it. So basically this podcast is like my second life or my secret life. So I don't want to talk about it a lot in my real life. लेकिन तो but basically it really interests her, and I had to bring this in because I thought that this is a perfect transition for me to tell you guys that my topic of today is also how to build a healthy relationship with your parents. This topic was long requested by a very, very, very amazing friend of mine, Habiba. Shout out to Habiba if you're listening to it. I love you. She requested me this topic, or I was like, उसने मुझे रमजान से भी पहले, I think it's been like 3 months since she requested me this topic, and I wrote it down in my journal. Or now I felt like doing an episode on it. So thank you, first of all, thank you so much for the Twitter mutuals of mine who actually listen to the podcast and are interested enough to DM me the topic they want me to talk about, to talk on. But that's really sweet. क्योंकि I do sometimes get short of ideas कि अब क्या बनाऊँ. Some days it's like I have so much topics to discuss, and what should I do is I should write those मतलब कि those things down that come in my mind. Sometimes I don't, like, and there's so many people who come to my DM and are kind enough to request me a topic, and that means a lot. Can you like me this much? Can you want me to talk about this topic you're struggling with, or you want to know my opinion about that's really helpful. So keep that coming. I love that. Always love that. So, yeah, but this episode would be about how to maintain a healthy relationship with your parents. I'll do a short break and then I'll come back and we can start on the topic. Okay, so before going in the topic, I would just acknowledge the fact that I know for the fact that everyone do not have the same situation. Everyone have a different situation, everyone is living in a different environment, everyone have a different relationship with their parents, but I am talking about the things that I felt and I observed are generally similar in every sort of parents and their relationship with their children. Secondly, I really researched a lot and there's more stuff on how to, for parents, on how to develop a healthy relationship with their children than for children to develop a healthy relationship with their parents. And I think that's because until the children is in their early teenage, it's the parents who do more effort in engaging their children. But most of my audience is 18 plus or even 16 plus, and if you are feeling distant from your parents and if you feel you don't have the close relationship you would be having with them, you were having with them, or you should be having with them, so I think it's not just them, it there should be an effort from you too. So we would be talking about the things that are solely up to you, because I am not in this situation to advise parents right now. Maybe one day when I would myself become a mother, then I would be better in telling. And there's no parent actually listening to it, so I don't know. Okay, it would be not something you guys want to hear. So I am telling the things that you guys would be doing from your end. First of all, I think for me personally, first of all, I want to share my personal experience. So for me, I really got distant with my parents, I think, when I was in university, when I got into university, which is when I was 18 years old. But then when I was 20 years old, tab COVID aa gaya, or I had to be at home all the time, or I think shuru mein it was a bit not that good, क्योंकि it was वैसे ही a hard time on our family, क्योंकि there was a lot of things happening in our family और सब कुछ हो रहा था, तो इस वजह से it was actually very stressful. Secondly, obviously it was COVID or everyone was at home और सब मुश्किल था. लेकिन with time, especially by the middle of 2020 or especially in the start of 2021, it was so great, and I started enjoying having fun with my family, with especially my parents, which I would not have earlier, क्योंकि मुझे होता था कि if I want to have fun, I need to hang out with my friends, I need to go out with my friends if I want to have fun. तो मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि fun is equals to going out with friends. With family it's very boring, you can never have fun क्योंकि you are with them all the time. लेकिन that COVID is the time which made me realize that I can have fun with my family too. And I did not ever since that, मुझे I don't know how to shape this sentence, but ever since that time, I do not seek for someone else outside of my family, outside of my parents and siblings, to come and would make me feel better, क्योंकि I have a lot of fun with my family, so I do not seek fun from anywhere outside my home. मतलब अगर obviously I do still hang out with my friends and I have a great time with them, but it's not like कि मुझे अगर बाहर जाना है या मुझे अगर कहीं जाना है, it would be always be me wanting to go with my family and then my friends, क्योंकि I genuinely have a lot of fun with my family and I don't think that we need a huge guest come over or a huge group to have fun. Obviously, it's always so nice to have people around you and to have people who make you feel good and make you laugh and make you smile and all of those good things. But I really started not relying on those people for my fun. I can have perfectly have a great time with my family, and anytime I want to go out and I want to go somewhere, be it somewhere to eat or somewhere to go shopping, I always, my first option is my not my option, but my first people that I want to go with is my parents, and I always, and my siblings, and I always have fun with them. So basically, why I told this is because like, there's a lot of people who think for whom friends are more important than their own family. But I just want to say that, okay, it's a fact. It's a fact. I am not even saying, oh, it might be true for some people. It won't be true. It's a fact. Okay, no one can love you more than your parents. No one, not even your life partner, not even the person you're in relationship with, which is the same thing, not even your friends, not even your best friend. No one would love you more than your parents. Your parents love you without any reason, without any benefit, without anything. They are the only people who really want the best for you. When with friends, there sometimes is competition in between. Obviously, I have healthy friendships, and healthy friendships do exist. But with friends, you are living the same life as them, and they cannot devote your life to you, but parents actually devote their life to you. They are the biggest cheerer. They want the best for you. They would do an effort to do the best for you, and they want you to achieve. And I think that no one could love me or any मतलब कि even for you enough than your own parents. They are the only people ever, and you will realize maybe later in life, because I have heard from a lot of people saying that I would always choose my friends over family. But I do not think, when मुझे लगता है कि after graduating you will realize कि obviously you are meeting your friends every single day, and when you meet your someone every single day, so obviously you get a more closer with them because you are typically living with them. Lekin when you stop meeting them and you are busy in your own life, so it would be your parents who you would be relying more on, if that makes any sense. Even if you move out, so still when you will think about home, so it would always be your parents home, it would never be your friends home or something. So yes, having friendships is important, but I think that if you think that your friends love you and give you more importance than your parents, then it's mostly because the fact that you might be having more fun with your friends because they're the people of your same age group, and with parents there is a generational gap. And you might be thinking, oh, my parents don't understand me enough, or my friends understand me more, and that's because with your friends you're living the same sort of life, and you guys are in the same age group, you guys are doing the same field, so there's a lot of in common. With parents there is a generational gap, and there would be a lot of things you both might not agree on, but at the end of the day it's your parents who love you more, and who are paying your fees and who want the best for you, who want you to be in the best university, get the best job, and whatever they can afford for you, whatever lifestyle they can give you, they are providing you that. So I just want to establish the fact that you all should, whenever you are in your moment where you maybe don't hate your parents or maybe don't feel that connected to them, always remind yourself that no one would love you enough, no one would give their life, no one would devote their life to you other than your own parents. They are the only people who would be always be there for you anytime, anywhere, in any condition ever. They would always be there for you, they would protect you, they would want the best for you. I have said this a lot of time, the best for you. They cared for you the most. And yeah, मुझे मतलब कि I hope I have, I cannot emphasize on this enough because this is the first thing I would tell anyone, कि you are the most loved by your parents. It's a fact. Not even your children would love you more than your parents. you might love your children more than your parents love you, because obviously it's a thing, everyone does it and it's a cycle. But if you want to seek solence, is that even a word? But if you want to seek peace and you want to see, मतलब कि see whoever, no, मुझे मुझे ये सेंटेंस नहीं बोलना चाहिए क्योंकि it's not making any sense, but basically you guys get it, कि your parents are the people who would be your biggest fan ever. Even my mother is my biggest supporter and motivator. So whatever it is, your parents want the best for you. Now, what they want for what the definition, okay, let's rephrase it. Their definition of best might not be your definition of best. Kyunke again, there's a generational gap between you guys. Whatever they think is better for you might not be something you would want for your life. And you have to understand the fact that they have lived in their own life. उन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी देखी है, उस उन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी जी है, उसमें से उन्होंने अपना कंक्लूजन निकाला है। तो उनको जो लगता है वो इसलिए लगता है क्योंकि दे हैव बीन थ्रू दैट, इट्स नॉट दैट दे आर ब्लाइंडेड द फैक्ट के ओ everything is changing, or you want something else. They just think that what they've been through and what they observe in their whole life is you मतलब कि whatever they have been through you haven't, so what they are saying you should be following that, क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि आपके लिए ये बेहतर है, and basically they birthed they gave you birth, they raised you, they spent their money on you, they मतलब कि devoted their life on you, and then they obviously they think and they feel like कि you should be following what they say क्योंकि they have given so much to you, and whatever they are telling you, it's for your profit and they would be getting nothing out of it. For example, I think the major argument, not argument, like in the major distant, not distant, I'm out of words right now. I should really work on my vocabulary. Like in the major thing I have seen between parents and children is that parents don't understand that their child wants to do this career, and they keep forcing them for some other career. Now I think I know a little about it क्योंकि I really don't wanted to do FSC, और my parents basically were like कि नहीं FSC करनी पड़ेगी. Obviously I still do did think I should have given ICOM, लेकिन do I really regret on it, or do I really think कि oh that was the worst thing that ever happened to me? No, my parents had their own reason for wanting me to do FSC, and I'm completely fine with that. मुझे लग रहा था मैं ऊंची बोल रही हूँ तो मैंने अपना वॉल्यूम फिर से नीचे कर लिया. Now my sister is, मेरी जब बहन ने अपना हाई कॉलेज का एडमिशन देना था, तो दे फेल्ट लाइक कि नो अब आईसीएस करना चाहिए क्योंकि कंप्यूटर इज मोर इन ट्रेंड तो तो उन्होंने मेरी बहन को कहा कि मे बी डू आईसीएस, और शी वाज डूइंग आईसीएस, शी इज डूइंग आईसीएस. तो आई थिंक कि वो कर रहे हैं जो उनको लगता है कि उनके लिए आपके लिए बेस्ट है, और दे माइट नॉट बी in contact with the trends and everything, or maybe the things you might actually want they would not know. लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो नहीं चाहते कि आपके लिए आपका बेस्ट हो. और what I have realized is that कि I really wanted to do mass communication and my mom was like कि कोई फायदा नहीं है mass communication का, um, it's not that worth it, you should be doing something more technical. And I मतलब कि obviously that felt very wrong that time, लेकिन now I looking मतलब कि looking how I live right now, like, yeah, looking at my job type or looking at my friends who maybe did mass communication, I feel it was a better decision for me to do accounting and finance क्योंकि maybe um, it would have been more difficult, and I feel completely fine मतलब कि I feel मतलब evenly passionate for accounting and finance too. So I think obviously my mom maybe would have said something that time जो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा कि oh why are you saying about that field ये वो, लेकिन she was saying from her knowledge, and now 4 years later when I'm actually in the field I realize what she meant when she said. Secondly, बहुत मजे की बात ये है कि आपको ना लग रहा होता है कि ओ व्हाई दे हैव अ प्रॉब्लम विद मी यूजिंग टू मच फोन और गोइंग आउट एवरी सिंगल डे हैंगिंग आउट विद फ्रेंड्स, लेकिन द funniest thing and the most interesting thing is that कि you actually turn out like them after a while. और मैं बेसिकली व्हेन आई वाज 17 18 तो मुझे मैं बहुत अनोय होती थी कि ओ उनको क्या प्रॉब्लम है, हमें हर वक्त फोन यूज करती रहती है तो क्या है क्या है. और now my sister is in that age, my younger sister, and I keep telling her the same thing that my mom used to tell me. और I really 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 wonder कि I am really turning into her, क्योंकि जो चीज़ें मैं करती थी और my mom would get annoyed by that और my mom would be like don't do it, और अब मैं अपनी बहन को वो देख रही हूँ करते हुए और आई मतलब कि टेल हर कि यार ऐसे मत करो ये मत करो, या मे बी if she uses too much phone I get annoyed too कि don't use too much phone, don't get into this, don't do that, ये खराब कर देगी, ये कर देगी, ये वो कर देगी. So I understand where my parents coming from कि now I am in this situation where I see my younger sister doing something that maybe I did and I was wrong, and I don't want her to go through the same we एक्सपीरियंस आ तो मैं भी वही उसी तरह मना कर रही हूँ जिस तरह मेरी मम्मा मुझे मना करती थी. माई सिस्टर वुड बी अनॉयड बाय इट द वे आई वुड बी अनॉयड बाय इट व्हेन माई मॉम यूज्ड टू से कि मत करो ये सब कुछ. तो आई थिंक इट्स अ साइकिल. और जब भी यू आर annoyed by your parents or whenever you feel oh your parents don't understand you, they are not letting you do this and that, so always remember the fact that there would be a time when you will do the same thing, and that is so weird, not weird, but you will मतलब कि you actually turn exactly like your parents. I have seen my grandfather, or I can see my dad being a little like him. My mom tells me every time कि मेरी जो नानी थी she always used to, वो मेरी मम्मा हमेशा मेरी नानों को बोलती थी कि ओ ये क्यों कर रही है ऐसे क्यों कर रही है. Now she sees herself turning into her, and I can already tell the attributes I am adapting from my mom and dad and that I'm using now, which is so crazy to me. लेकिन it, whenever मतलब कि that's a good thing कि whenever I feel very annoyed or like oh my parents don't understand me or they don't do this and that, so I always wonder and tell myself कि but I am turning like them. So और फिर उस वक्त आप जब उस कंडीशन में होते हो आपको समझ नहीं आती कि आप किन अल्फाज में समझाओ. जैसे फॉर मी इट्स माय यंगर सिस्टर कि this is not worth it that you're doing. I did this, been there, done that, and this is not worth it. I don't want you to do it. So that's the thing, that your parents might have gone through a similar situation and they don't want that for you because it's not worth it, and maybe that's why they don't want you to go through all of this. और इस वजह से वो मना कर रहे हैं, to which you're annoyed कि why are they not letting me live my life. तो इस वजह से ये थिंग है. एंड आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि टू रिमेंबर दैट, क्योंकि जब भी आपका फिर आर्ग्यूमेंट हो या किसी वजह से यू थिंक दैट यू एंड योर पेरेंट्स थॉट आर नॉट अलाइंग, जस्ट रिमाइंड योर सेल्फ कि दे आर saying what they think is the best for you. It's not necessary that they are wrong and they don't want you to do this and that. They just are saying things that you think that they think are the best for you. There was a trip going to Murray when I was in 10th grade and my parents didn't let me go, and I still am very sad about it. I always complain them, but I know for the fact that I got over by it. I still am sad, like I basically got over by it. It was long ago and I still do sometimes and मतलब similar situation with the FSC ICOM thing, but I still think that what they did was because they thought that's the best of me, and you can't be like oh they should leave you alone because they devoted their whole life. I'm gonna say this word a lot because this is a lot. They gave their whole life to you. They earned because they worked hard because to provide you all the good stuff, and they gave you the best education ever. Not they give you, but they provided you the best things ever. They provided you the best school ever, whatever they could afford. और वो जो भी जिस भी सिचुएशन में थे उन्होंने उसका बेस्ट आपको दिया है, तो ऑब्वियसली दे डू वांट यू टू एक्चुअली कंसिडर देयर opinion and listen to them when you're making such a big decision of your life. I understand that, क्योंकि again with my sister I really wanted her to become to do medical. I don't know why, मैं बहुत चाहती थी कि वो करे, और लेकिन now I am realizing कि obviously it's not the best approach or there's a lot of field, लेकिन I really wanted her to do medical. और वो कहती थी कि stop being annoying, मुझे मेडिकल नहीं करना. लेकिन I understand that was a time when I was understand where their parents are coming from when they want their child to do the career they want to. Obviously my sister is doing ICS, so she did not do medical, so obviously the end of the day it's her decision. And that's something that parents should understand, कि obviously you can give in your opinion, but if your child is passionate towards something else, then you should try to understand that. And like no parents is listening to it right now, so I can just advise you guys, okay, first of all you should be considerate of their opinion, listen to it, understand it. The advice they are giving is coming from their heart, there is literally no bad intention behind it, so stop being annoyed by them. I hate when children are annoyed by their parents, they don't listen to what they say, they don't do what they say. At least be considerate, at least listen to what they're trying to say, and know for the fact that no, these people who are giving me this advice, I might not agree with it, but there would be might be a time when I would agree with it and I would want my kids to do the same thing. And the people who are giving me this advice might not look the best option for me, but it's coming from the people who want the best for me and who have lived their whole life, so I should be considerate. They spent their whole money on me to make what I am today. तो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि अब मैं अपनी उस पोजीशन में आ गया हूँ या आ गई हूँ जहाँ पे मैं अपने आप को खुद हैंडल कर सकती हूँ, तो मैं उनको छोड़ दूँ. उन्होंने मुझे पूरी जिंदगी से मतलब के की है, तो ऑब्वियसली आई शुड एटलीस्ट लिसन टू व्हाट दे वांट टू से, लिसन टू व्हाट दे हैव टू tell me. Obviously they cannot, obviously it's hard to accept the fact that, oh, I raised my children, I spent this much money on them, and now I shouldn't interfere in their life. And I think that's not fair too. Obviously उन्होंने इतना कुछ किया है, तो they do expect कि you would seek advice for them even when you're grown up, or at least you will share with them, tell them what is happening instead of making decision of your own. So obviously independence is good and you shouldn't be dependent on your parents at any cost, or not cost, लेकिन not at all. लेकिन you should be asking for their opinion, or at least sharing what you feel, or maybe sharing what you decided, maybe telling them, at least make them know what's going on in your life, which is also a point. I think if you want to maintain a healthy relationship with your parents, the first thing, the most easiest thing is that case, especially when you're 18 and you're uh, turning into an adult. Maybe I said this before कि they are getting old by that time, और उनमें वो एनर्जी नहीं है जो उनमें पहली थी, और वो थोड़े से सॉफ्ट ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, या फिर इफ़ यू हैव हर्ड द लाइफ साइकिल, तो जब आप बुढ़ापे की तरफ जाते हो तो आपके बहुत से जो एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं वो बच्चों जैसे हो जाते हैं. और बात ये है कि दे रियली वांट टू, इवन मुझे लगता है यंग पेरेंट्स दे जस्ट रियली वांट टू हियर फ्रॉम यू. So please do not never shy away to tell your things about your to your parents, especially when you get in university, because that's the time when you start neglecting your parents. Tell them how your day was, tell them about your friends, tell them you about your teachers, tell them the course you hate, tell them the course you think you would fail, tell them about the course you really like, tell them about your teachers, tell them about the activities, tell them about everything, and that would make them accept your new life more, because it's completely different in university, especially if you are in Pakistan or any South Asian country. कॉलेज तक, हाई स्कूल तक एक जैसा होता है और बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट होते हैं, लेकिन इन यूनिवर्सिटी यू गेट मोर इंडिपेंडेंस. और एंड ऑल्सो द फैक्ट के आप ऑल गर्ल्स या ऑल बॉयज़ में पढ़ रहे होते हो, ट्वेल्थ ग्रेड तक, और उसके बाद आप जब यूनिवर्सिटी में जाते हो तो सडनली इट्स को एजुकेशन. तो इफ़ यू विल शेयर योर पेरेंट्स with your parents about things that you're experiencing, that then it would help them in accept the things more. जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में थी तो, और या मैं कहीं भी जाती हूँ तो आई मेक श्योर कि मेरी जिससे भी मुलाकात हो रही है या वट एवर फ्रेंड इज़ क्लोजर टू मी, my parents know about them, and I really make sure कि I tell my parents about my friends and what is happening, और मेरा उनसे रिलेशन कैसे है, वो कैसे हैं, वो क्या बातें करते हैं. और which is the reason कि my parents really have a good relationship with my friends too, and my friends really 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 enjoy my parents क्योंकि I tell my parents basically everything about my friends, not the toxic thing या वो सब कुछ नहीं, लेकिन आई टेल कि ओ आज वो ये किया, या आज इसने ट्रीट दी, या आज मैंने इसको ट्रीट दी, या इसने ये अच्छी बात की है, ये किया. स्पेशली इन माई अर्ली यूनिवर्सिटी सेमेस्टर्स आई वुड रियली टेल माई पेरेंट्स अबाउट माई फ्रेंड्स क्योंकि if you want your friendship to last long, or if you want I don't know, but if you want a healthy friendship, want a balance between healthy friendship and healthy relationship with your family, then you have to maybe tell your friends about मतलब कि about your family, so they could know that you're a family person. Not every deepest darkest secret. और ये मैंने ये पहले भी बात की है कि especially do not go and tell every single, मतलब कि even if you are dealing with some issue with your parents, or even if there's some problem going on, you do not need and tell every single person about it. You don't need to portray your parents as toxic over a single minor inconvenience. Obviously there is one person who would be closer to you and you can share with them. Sometimes it could be siblings, and it's better for you to if you could share such things with your siblings, but do not come and tell your every single person or friend about your parents. Or even if you don't have that relationship with your siblings and you want to share something you're going through against your parents or whatever, so just share it with one or two person who are closer to you, and you know for the fact that whatever you will tell them about, they won't really, वो आपको आपके पेरेंट्स के खिलाफ नहीं भड़काएंगे, ये नहीं कहेंगे कि यू आर लिविंग इन अ टॉक्सिक हाउस, क्योंकि यू डू नॉट वांट समवन एल्स टू टेल यू दैट योर पेरेंट्स आर टॉक्सिक और यूर दे आर डूइंग दिस टू यू. इस वजह से आई डोंट थिंक दैट इट्स नेसेसरी टू टेल एवरी सिंगल पर्सन दैट your parents are doing this with you and this is that. उनकी बुराई करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. That's a very bad thing. So if मतलब कि if you really want to share it, maybe share it with one or two people. Maybe one person is enough, but you don't have to tell it with every single person, क्योंकि there would be a time when you will get over it and you will have the same relationship, मतलब कि you will build up the relationship with your parents, but that friend of you will still think that your parents are toxic. तो इस वजह से choose wisely who you are telling your secrets to. Or for me, I don't think it's necessary to tell every single person every single thing, क्योंकि they would not come under, मतलब कि would not, they still do not know your parents or the environment you're living it, so the advice coming from them might maybe satisfy your soul that time, लेकिन it won't be the most practical थिंग टू से एवर. सो इस वजह से मुझे नहीं लगता कि यू शुड बी टेलिंग योर फ्रेंड्स के वट एवर इज हैपनिंग with your parents or whatever problem is going on, especially to every single person. You don't need to showcase that to someone. Obviously, again, you can tell this to your closest friend who you know is intelligent and soft and would give you a good advice and would not change the way they respect your parents, क्योंकि you don't want someone, क्योंकि कभी कभी ये होता है कि when you get hurt from a closer one, आपके पास बहुत कुछ होता है कहने के लिए उनके लिए, लेकिन you don't want someone from outside to say something negative about it. And you आप, even though you are hurt from them, but you do not want anyone else to come and tell you, oh, your parents are so toxic, or your parents are doing this with that. It makes you mad. So you do not want that. So इस वजह से be wise with the information about your family you are sharing with other person outside your sibling and parents and family. Okay, so parents are a beautiful gift by God, but even though you are a gift to them, लेकिन स्पेशली इन दिस एज when you will have a job, when you will graduate, and when you won't be meeting your friends every single day, you would realize how much of a blessing your parents are. They are so innocent, they just want the best for you, they just want to hear from you. So please, 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 if you want to have the closer relationship with your parents, or if you want the healthy relationship with your parents, which you should, because again, they're the best people for you, they're the best people, the people who, they're the people who love you the most, they're the people who deserve your attention and your love because they devoted their whole life to you. So you should be making an effort to be with them and to be closer to them, and they just and they literally don't want anything than for you to give your time to them. And you can just tell them your stories, you can hear what they're saying, what they want to say, even if you don't agree with it, even be considerate about it. मतलब कि obviously at the end you can disagree कि ओ आजकल ये ट्रेंड है और आजकल ये चल रहा है. The first thing you can do is to be annoyed by it, and I hate when children do it, and I've seen so many children just मतलब कि publicly being annoyed by their parents and making fun of them. This is the worst thing you can do for your parents. If you are not respecting your parents in front of people, then no one gonna respect them, and that would make you mad. So इस वजह से always your parents deserve to be pampered by you, especially when you turn into an adult. ठीक है ना? तो make sure you are sharing your things with them, make sure you're telling them about your friends, they want to hear, they want your attention, they want your time. um their idea of success and achievement might be different from your idea of success and achievement, but it doesn't mean that they want anything worse for you. So treat them with kindness and gentleness, and it's not even that hard. You just need to be with them, just dedicate maybe an hour or two with them. I am at home all the time since the past year, so इस वजह से मेरा जो है वो हर टाइम ही उनके साथ गुजरता है, which is a amazing thing. Sometimes it gets overwhelming to stay at home every single day, लेकिन overall I think it's a blessing to be able to be with your parents. और मैंने बहुत बार नोटिस की है कि obviously sometimes I do have a disagreement with my parents, और कभी कभी मैं उनकी बात मान लेती हूँ, कभी कभी मैं जिद करके अपनी मनवा लेती हूँ. बट द थिंग इज कि वेन एवर आई मतलब वह जब भी मैं जिद करके अपनी बात मनवा लेती हूँ, आई एम नेवर सेटिस्फाइड विद इट. देर so many trips that I went that my parents did not wanted me to go, or they मतलब के might not, मतलब कि there would be a reason behind it, और they didn't wanted me to go, और मैं जिद करके basically गई थी, and I never had fun in that time क्योंकि in the end back of my head it's always been a thing कि oh my parents were not happy with me going, so I cannot really move in my life if I know कि my parents are maybe not happy with it. I cannot be at peace. Obviously a part of me, the 1% of me, wants to live my own life, live alone, and go maybe out of this country and do masters and do this stuff. Lekin the 99% of me know for the fact ke oh, I can't just do that and leave my parents like that and go live my own life. I would never be satisfied by that, so I have to think about all of people, so especially them. So I just matlab ke that's the advice ke maybe whenever you are thinking about uh, your future or whatever you want to do, be considerate about your parents, talk to them about it. If you want something so badly, tell them, communicate with them, they'll understand, they'll realize. और don't मतलब कि be a rebel, आराम से उनको बताओ कि I really want that, या try to build it up in their head so they're prepared about it. Even the thing about I said about staying alone, a lot of parents might not have any problem with their children going for abroad for masters. A lot of people want their children to go. Even my children, my children, my parents are not that strict, you know, you shouldn't go. It's the it's the inner me who don't want to leave them like that and live my own life. I know I would be done with it in 2 days. लेकिन if you want something so badly, let your parents know आराम से. मतलब कि क्योंकि if their opinion is different from yours, there is a lot of things that I heard from people saying कि oh I really wanted to do this और उस वक्त मेरे पेरेंट्स ने मुझे मना कर दिया या वो चीज़ नहीं हो पाई और I was very annoyed by it. I was very मतलब I did not want to do anything. I did not want to talk to anyone. But after months या after days they realized that that decision, what their parents did or whatever happened, was the best for them or was the best in that situation. And if they would have done the other thing, maybe the situation would not have been the same or अच्छा ही हुआ जो हुआ. So whatever happens is for your own good. Again, I would just say कि obviously you do have some sort of independence of your life, लेकिन you have to go with people. You can't just walk alone. You have to consider people, especially those who raised you. So sometimes the situation doesn't turn out to be what you wanted, but the thing is that you have an option to be happy in it and to make the best out of it, and you also have the option to be miserable. You can enjoy in whatever is given to you, you can adapt to whatever is given to you, you can make that situation best for you. So it's not like if one thing doesn't turns out well for you, so you have to be miserable for the rest of your life कि oh I was not allowed to do this, मैंने ये नहीं किया वो नहीं किया. You can still be in your situation and make the best out of it. For example, this one friend of mine is not allowed to go out or maybe hang out this much, or obviously we all might have a different opinion about it, but she's fine with that. She matlab, enjoys herself at home, she enjoys with her sibling, she goes out with her sibling. So it's like obviously she can be a rebel about it and she can maybe fight her parents कि why are you not letting me do it, which I'm sure she does try to make them understand. You can make them understand without having a fight with them. You can tell them कि oh I really want this, and after a time they realize. Another example I would give is that कि जब हम university जाते हैं तो your parents are not prepared. They have always seen you with girlfriends and in a co-education, so it is might be hard for them to accept that now you are studying in an institution where there are guys too, and you might develop friendship with guys too. लेकिन सबसे पहले तो ये है कि यूनिवर्सिटी से पहले तो they are not even expecting, क्योंकि the place you're going to study is all girls, so they do not expect you to have guy friends on social media. क्योंकि my volume raised again, like they don't expect you to have friends on social media that are guys when the institution you're studying in is all girls. They do not expect that, and I hope you understand it from their perspective. But then when you're in university, when I went into university, so it was not like कि मैं अगले हफ्ते आके बता दी ओ मेरे friends ये हैं. It takes time to build that thing on them for them to accept it, but they eventually do. और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बताओ कि ओ इससे मेरी बात हुई या फिर मतलब we did this and that, मतलब it's not that difficult or it's not that hard, or especially you are studying with that gender, so obviously there would be interaction, so maybe tell them about your interaction, especially your mom. My mom has always been, मुझे लगता है कि obviously the whole credit of it goes to my mom. I have nothing to do with it, but she have always been very interested to hear about my friendship dramas. I have always told them about it. She have always given me the best advice ever, and for that reason my friends are really 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 close to my mom and they really enjoy it. There have been so many times जब मैं शायद नहीं थी and it's my friend talking to my parents, my mother and my father. तो तो मतलब इट्स वेरी नाइस, तो इस वजह से मेक योर, तो मे बेसिकली मेक योर पेरेंट्स फील इंक्लूडेड इन योर लाइफ. डोंट throw them out of your life and create your own life where it's you and your friends and they don't know anything about you. Make them feel included in your life, that even if they are not deciding things for you, they do not want you, at least they know what you're doing. You're taking their opinion, you're telling them your opinion, and this is how you can maybe जो है वो have a good healthy relationship with them, have fun with them, take them out, या फिर make them take you out, क्योंकि I still cannot take them out, लेकिन they take me out and I encourage that कि, oh, let's go out and let's eat somewhere, to take them out, go to movies with them. They would enjoy and they really want के to go out with you, go to, क्योंकि अब मैं देखती हूँ a lot of people prefer going to vacations with their friends, तो maybe do something with your family too. Obviously, they deserve your time too. Or you have to um kill kick that idea that you just have fun with your friends, and your friends are the only people you can have fun with. You cannot enjoy with your family. You can if you give your 100% to the trip with your family too. So I think that's it for this episode. It's not a very long episode, but I think I covered whatever I wanted to say. We survived in the storeroom without a fan, which is a very big achievement for me. And I hope you guys are having a great week. I'll come back next week. I hope you guys hug your parents a little extra today. You will notice, I think, yeah, do want to add this point, okay? It's so sad and I don't even think about it क्योंकि it makes me want to cry. The fact that there would be a time when your parents are not gonna be with you, and it's sad and it sucks, and when they'll be gone, I don't know how the world even would be because they are literally everything to me right now. You will always hear from people who lost their parent or one parent is that to give them as much time as you can, spend as much time with them as you can, because when they're gone you feel really lonely and really alone. Because even though, yeah, you will build your own house, you'll have your own space, they would always be the home, the comfort place, the place you can go and do not expect any questioning. You know these people love you, they'll protect you from anything in this world even if you are 40 years old. So I think it's for me. If you ask me right now, okay, what life you want, I would just say, okay, I want my life to be exactly like this forever. I just want to be with my parents and siblings. I know obviously this is not possible. Life is a cycle and you need to go forward and ahead. Lekin no one would love you more than your parents, and they would be always be there for you. So even the thought of it ke they won't be with you the whole time is so, just makes me so weak and sad. But that's how life is. So if you keep reminding, maybe that, maybe if you get very annoyed by your parents and just realize that they do love you a lot, and they might you there obviously a generational gap between you guys. First of all, so obviously they won't have the same opinion as you have, and you have to understand where they are coming from. You have to understand them, what they did, what struggles they did to provide you this future and the situation you're in. So consider them, consider the struggles they did for you that you don't maybe even know. um Take their opinion, tell them your thoughts, tell them your stories, tell them your crazy experiences. My father, I have seen my father the happiest whenever me or my brother or my sister are sharing anything. They just listen to it with so much interest and they get so happy whenever. My brother don't really speak a lot, he does speak a lot but he doesn't share a lot. Whenever he comes and shares something about it, my parents just get so happy, which is another reason why you should मतलब tell share with your parents, because they really want to hear you, they want to hear what happened to you. So they get really happy whenever, because he is the one who shares the least. So they get really happy when he comes up and tells what happened. Or whenever, even if he goes out with friends, they want to know, oh, what you ate, where you went, so they want to know. So don't get annoyed by it, tell them, answer every single question of theirs, and just realize that you would be in that same situation at a time of your life, and you have to put it on yourself, and then maybe do not behave with them like that. Especially when your parents start getting older, they get more softer. because they don't have the same energy anymore. So make sure you're giving them extra care that time, because they really need you. You're an adult now, you're 18 plus now, so it depends more on you than them. Obviously it still depends on them, but they are losing their energy every single day, and they're losing their will every single day. So maybe they do not have the same strength they used to have to deal with the world. So you need to hold their hand and make them through it, and make them feel loved and appreciated. Listen to them, listen to their stories, ask them question about their childhood. They would tell you so fondly. And tell them about your friends, make tell your friends about your parents, and try to maybe build a healthy relationship between them. Because it's really fun to see your friends and your family talking to each other, and your friends coming to your home and not feeling any sort of formality when your parents are now around or your siblings are around. So for that, you obviously need to make your parents feel included. So go and give your parents a hug, because they deserve every single happiness of this world, and provide them that, especially when you have turned into an adult and you are independent and you make your own decision, you make your own money. You can really just get them a little gift and they would be the happiest people ever, because they never expect you to give them something. They, even till their last breath, they are thinking what they can provide you. So parents is a beautiful beautiful thing to happen in this world, and again, they're the only people who love you the most. So take extra care of them. It's not that hard, it's not that difficult, or मतलब डोंट बी annoyed or irritated by them. It really hurts. और स्पेशली जब आप किसी दूसरे बच्चे को देखो ना अपने माँ बाप से ऐसा बिहेव करते हुए, आपको ज़्यादा दुख होता है, आपको अपनी बार शायद रियलाइज़ नहीं होता. सो प्लीज़ लिसन टू देम. जब वो आपके पास आए तो मोबाइल ना देखते रहे, मोबाइल को साइड पर रख के उनकी बात सुने, उनसे बात करें, और वो जो भी आपसे शेयर करना चाहें उनकी बात सुने, उनको अच्छा एडवाइस दें. when parents start getting older, they really seek your advice too, क्योंकि you are at that age where you have more energy and you have more opinions, or तो इस वजह से they really seek your advice. To have that relationship, the same relationship you have with your friends, with your parents. Okay. That is the end of the episode. We survived fanless in a storeroom. I wish you all a great week. Let me know how you feel about it. If there any episode recommendation, any topic recommendation, I would love to have that. Yeah, bye, have a great week. I hope we have the best weather this week, and I hope we enjoy that, and I hope you're listening to this podcast while it's raining outside, or maybe you're doing some house chore, or maybe you're studying. Whatever you're doing, I love you and I am proud of you, and keep going.